Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
XRP back up to almost 79 cents, up 18% in the last 24 hours. The best percentage performer in the top 10, Luna up about 9%, DOT up about 7.5%, and Solana also up about 7.5%, with Cardano up over 8%. Big gains in the last 24 hours. Big gains on the week. XRP's up over 30% on the 7-day. So we're seeing a lot of positive movement to start the week, and we had a very nice weekend to lead up to it. Now let's take a quick look at some of the XRP ledger projects that I think you are interested in based on the videos we've had on the channel so far. Xquake will be listed on Bitrue tomorrow. So it's official, February 8th, 10 o'clock UTC. It will be listed on Bitrue for trading, so mark your calendar. That's an exciting update for a project that really does have the ability to impact the world. I'll link that video in the description. If you missed the background one, I'll put it up in the top right hand corner if you want to check that out as well. Great project, great team, and exciting for them to be listed on Bitrue. Now, XR Doge we haven't talked about in a bit, but the DEX is going to be upgraded to version 2. You can see here they've upgraded the look and feel of it. Had a nice change to just the overall look, and makes it seem a little more streamlined, modern. It will be coming soon, the rollout of V2. Just know that this is a preview of what's happening. Really cool additional features, so once that launches, we'll maybe touch on it a little more. Just be prepared, that will be coming out here very shortly. And then XStick, I know there's a lot of people in the community excited about this NFT project. We've talked about it multiple times, but the Drop Zone 3 is coming up. So Drop Zone 2 is done for the 401 wallets receiving that. Drop Zone 2, you can see here, the top 3,000 holders of XStick will receive some level of additional airdrop, as you can see on the picture here. So be aware, that is coming very soon. Mark your calendar. That is happening Valentine's Day. The snapshot is happening Valentine's Day. So the airdrop will happen shortly after, but Valentine's Day with no time given. So if you are looking to add to your position to move up the list, then make sure you do that in advance of Valentine's Day. Now let's look at the hearings coming up. The House Financial Services Committee, this is one Rep. McHenry, Ms. Waters, Rep. Waters, who is the chairperson of the committee, are the leading officials on the committee. We saw that they had really good conversations around crypto recently, and now there's a hearing tomorrow. So this is called Digital Assets and the Future of Finance, the President's Working Group on Financial Markets report on stablecoins, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, February the 8th, again tomorrow, Tuesday. So if you are interested in me going through and streaming this live and we can chat, I'm happy to do it. Just let me know in the comments. It's pretty early here, so I'll need to have that all set up. So let me know in the next little bit whenever you see this if it's something you would like to see. If not, I can always touch on the outcomes, but if you want to see a stream, I certainly can do that. Now here's just a memorandum that they sent out about what topics will be covered here. So Nellie Liang will be speaking at this hearing. She is the Undersecretary for Domestic Finance for the Department of the Treasury, and was part of this working group. We've talked about the president's working group multiple times. They put together the report on stable coins, and now this will be discussing that with the House committee. So what are they going to talk about? Well, they'll talk about the findings of the report, stablecoin uses, the market size of stablecoins and crypto as a whole. They'll talk about, out of that report that came out, the various agencies and their potential impacts, and key risks and recommendations that came out of the report. So risks that might exist for stablecoin users and stablecoin runs. So thinking of like a bank run, if there was some issue with liquidity, everybody wants their money out. And so that is a cause of concern that we've heard brought up multiple times. So that will be a major topic of discussion as a risk to the stablecoin ecosystem. Payment system risks of scale as they try to ramp up the utilization of stablecoins. Are there risks to that process? So that's definitely a topic of concern and a question. Will there be the ability to have enough stablecoins for the increased demand? And what would that look like? Regulatory gaps as far as oversight from the SEC, CFTC, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and so on. And then finally, additional developments in stablecoins. And you can see here they've charted out the major players in the space. You can see Tether being the largest here, followed by USDC, Binance USD, DAI, and so on. So not as big once you move out of the top three. The remainder are all relatively small. I'm sure you're pretty familiar with the top three. If you use any platform like Voyager, where you can get 9% on your USDC, link in the video description, $25 in free Bitcoin. You knew I had to get that in there when you deposit your $100 and trade in crypto. But lots of great platforms for earning on your stable coins, but the government here is showing that they definitely are interested when they hear about regular people getting 8 to 10% on stable coins. That makes your ears perk up and wonder, is this something we want to happen? So there will be some discussions there. This one is one that I think will be worth paying special attention to here, just because I think the House committee has a lot more insight. Just they've done more of their own research, it seems, and have a better understanding, and they ask better questions than the Senate committees that we've heard. So it will be good to at least hear the outcomes of, if nothing else. But again, let me know in the comments if you want to see me stream that. And then the other hearing that's later in the week, we talked about last week briefly, but on Wednesday morning, same time, 10 a.m. Eastern, this is the Ag, Nutrition, and Forestry Committee in the Senate, and that's where the CFTC falls. And so it's actually the head of the CFTC, Rostin Benham. He's the chairman now. He is going to be testifying about digital assets, and it's going to take place again on Wednesday morning. Let me know in the comments if you want me to stream this one. I'm certainly happy to do so if there is enough interest. So again, examining digital assets, risks, regulation, and innovation. So they'll be asking him a lot about his take on how things should be regulated. Should it fall under the CFTC or SEC, and so on. So no individuals representing the SEC here, only Rostin Benham from the CFTC, but look who else will be on the second panel here. You've got Sandra Rowe, who's CEO of the Global Blockchain Business Council, but then you've got Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX fame, and Perry Boring, who we know as the CEO of the Chamber of Digital Commerce. We've heard her multiple times. She's had some great interviews of late. And then Kevin Warbach, who is a professor at the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. So they've got a great panel there. I think that will be interesting as well. So while this one may not have as hefty of an impact as the first one, I think it will definitely be interesting to hear because of the people that they have in attendance there. And again, this is the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry. These are individuals that we have not really seen or heard from yet in our discussions around crypto. So it will be good to see what these additional regulators have to say or think about crypto, because all of their votes count, right? It's not just the ones on the banking committee that have a say in what happens here. When it comes to major legislation, all of the senators are going to be voting on anything major that would come through on their table. So we need to make sure that as many people in the Senate are educated as possible. So this is a good opportunity there, and I think the crypto community at large is being represented well. Now, a quick note here at the end. This is about the signs out of the SEC versus Ripple case that there are some good things ahead. So Judge Torres, of course, has unsealed confidential documents. She, again, partially granted and partially denied requests to seal. So some, like Garlinghouse's documents, were allowed to be sealed, but Ripple and Larson had documents unsealed, and then there were some others that were also unsealed. We took a deeper look at those earlier in the past week, so check out those videos if you haven't already. Now, Jeremy Hogan had a few interesting things to say about this. He had a great video, but he also said, one major takeaway from this order on the SEC versus Ripple case is Judge Torres is getting ready to take over. The next couple of months will be very interesting with all the major rulings that are being teed up. We're still waiting for some of the big ones. So investors, of course, are turning bullish. We can just flip right back here and see, yes, there is a bullish sentiment with an 18% increase in the XRP price in the last 24 hours. I would call that pretty bullish. Judge Torres ordered the 3 documents unsealed that we did look at. The court denied Ripple's request to seal legal memos provided to Larson and briefing associated with those memos, but granted Ripple's request to file the SIR reply in regard to the SEC's motion to strike the fair notice defense, which we also looked at. But here's something interesting that Deaton pointed out that I think is really a great sign that we haven't talked about here yet is, this is his quote directly, what these rulings clearly show is that Judge Torres favors public disclosure. Ripple can't seal certain documents like the legal memo, but the same applies to the SEC. Think ahead.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.